Good morning. This assignment is different than what we've done before. In the other assignments regarding college, we've always looked at a college that maybe was 2 or 4 years long. Not everyone wants to go to college for 2 or 4 years. So, this is where you can get a certificate, a trade school, maybe an apprenticeship. So, let's take a look at the instructions so we make sure we do this correctly. You will use correct sentence structure for all answers. You will do this in either Google Docs or Word. You will not answer on this sheet. You will number your answers and you will answer with complete sentences. And it will probably take more than one sentence for each answer so that it is complete and correct. So if you go eventually to where it says apprenticeship.gov, you will be able to answer questions 1 and 2. And if you type in Google Chrome, if you type in Earn and Learn 10 Great Jobs That Start with an Apprenticeship, you'll be able to answer questions 3 through 9. And if you key in what is a trade school, should you go to one, you will be able to answer 10 through 12. Now, these are different ways to have a career. I am always very proud of my students that graduate high school, but typically that's not enough anymore to have a great living. So you pick up a little bit more of a certification of some type. An apprenticeship is where you learn on a job, and there are some very good benefits to that. If you take a look at a trade school at the bottom, that's where you learn to do something well, like welding is one of them. So, when you get this project started, this is the site you'll go to for apprenticeship.gov. There's quite a bit in here that you can look at as far as getting help. I think I would like for you to go I'm a career seeker and see if you can find your answers there. On the next site, I typed in herb. That should be earn. And when you go to that site, you'll be able to answer quite a few questions. The one at the bottom is you'll also have to go to Google. Something I want to show you today, though, is not everyone needs a 4-year degree. Someone who works on cars, either repairing fenders and hoods or motors, that's a skill most people don't have. You would be busy all the time. There's a need for people at all levels. You can earn some very good money, and I mean very good, without being a 4-year college graduate. So I want to show you something we haven't had an opportunity to talk about when you get into high school. When you get into high school, you can, when you get into high school, if you have good enough grades during your junior and senior year, you can go to the Kokomo Area Career Center. There are a lot of advantages to going to this school. As an example, you could go to the Kokomo Career Center and take classes in commercial photography. People who take wedding pictures, senior pictures, family pictures, they earn a very good living. And you could get this during your junior and senior year. They have all sorts of classes at Kokomo Career Center. They have dental careers where you could go and see if you want to be a dentist, if you want to be an assistant. They have welding, automobile repair, body repair. They have cosmetology school, which is getting board certified at Indianapolis, and it's to perm and cut hair, that type thing. Typically, if you go to a trade school to learn to do hair, like a salon school, it's about $16,000 a year. You could actually be taking your classes while you're in high school, get board approved when you graduate and have your career. There's a lot of classes at Kokomo Career Center that could help you get that special certificate you need. One class they have is a CNA, which is Certified Nursing Assistant. You could get there, and that job earns you right now around $12 or $13 an hour. That would be very low cost while you're in high school. You could be working at a nursing home or a hospital. You could decide if you want to make the medical field your career and advance even further. But in today's age, a high school degree is not really enough. You need to continue once you get out of high school. And if you choose not to do a 4-year course of study, that's fine. Get a 6-month certificate in welding. Do something. But you can start at the Kokomo Career Center. You can look at apprenticeships. You can look at trade schools. There are all sorts of options. One thing that I did not mention was the military. The Navy guarantees you will have an associate degree, which is a 2-year degree when you are done with your 4 years of working with them. So there you would get paid as a military person, and you would come out with an associate degree. There are lots of options out there in the world today, and you just need to make sure you are looking for them at this point and making sure you're taking advantage of everything you can. Get the best grades you can while you're in middle school so that you get into some of the upper level classes when you're in high school. Don't wait till you're in high school to say, I'm going to start really working, because that's too late.